From an electric Barclays Center here in Brooklyn, New York, WBC heavyweight champion Deontay Wilder set to make his Big Apple debut with the third defense of his title against Artur Szpilka, looking to become the first Polish heavyweight champion. Here is Jimmy Lennon Jr.
All right, fans, here we go with the main event of the evening. 12 rounds of boxing for the WBC Heavyweight Championship of the world. And now, ladies and gentlemen in attendance and boxing fans joining us around the world, live from Barclays Center in Brooklyn, New York, it's showtime! He is currently ranked the WBC #6 world contender. Please welcome the challenger, known as the Polish Pin, introducing Artur Szpilka. Tonight, he is making the third defense of his title. Here is the 2008 Olympic bronze medalist, the hard-hitting and undefeated WBC heavyweight champion of the world, introducing the bronze bomber, Deontay Wilder.
All right, you men, receive my instructions. Obey my commands. Above all, protect yourselves at all times. I want you to touch nothing now. You're boxing at the bell. God bless you both. Let's go, man. Touch gloves.
Also in attendance, a man that he's exchanged Twitter barbs with, Tyson Fury, who shook up the heavyweight division when he upset Vladimir Klitschko. Szpilka's looking to upset Wilder tonight.
Ring the bell. Box, men.
Referee Mike Griffin calls for the bell. We are underway. Wilder in the black with gray. Szpilka in the black.
Both guys in a very open stance. Wilder very open, Szpilka very open. Looking to let go of the bombs, I think.
And Wilder already trying to throw a right hand. Szpilka, of course, Ronnie Shields, Shields said, I want Wilder to throw that right hand. I can't wait for him to do it because he will get off balance and we will counter him. We'll see if that's the case.
1 minute gone, and listen to this crowd.
Szpilka using a lot of footwork, and Ronnie Shields pointed out that he has good footwork. And he's not just attacking in a straight line.
Yes, he's trying to use those angles.
51% of Wilder's fights have ended in the first round, 18 first-round KOs. Szpilka has recorded 5 first-round stoppage wins.
In that danger zone where they're just about 6 to 12 inches closer to each other, even when they let go of the bombs, they're a little bit too far out of range, but we'll probably see them warm to each other in the next round or two.
Just don't want to do that. You know, Wilder feels like he can land a right hand. Oh, those are not the kind of right hands they want him to throw. No, sir.
And that's because Szpilka keeps changing that range, and Wilder's trying to force that right hand. Yeah, just be patient with it, set it up.
Can Szpilka make it #7? Wilder avoids that looping left hand, and this pro-Polish crowd once again firmly behind the pin.
I gotta tell you, Wilder sometimes exaggerates that back step on the defense. Szpilka would be better served to double his jab instead of just single throwing it and then you letting go of the big left hand.
And with apologies, Al, you definitely can't hear a pin drop here at the Barclays Center tonight.
First, he should fight tall. He did that some of the first round, most of it. Don't lunge. He did that a couple times in round 1. He's got to be careful. And the right hand, of course, he tried the right on 5 or 6 different occasions. Artur Szpilka, he has got to move his head. He showed us that. And he wants to set traps. And by that, I mean make Wilder lunge and then land the counter left. And that's the counter left hand that he wants to get in.
Round 2 underway.
Great atmosphere, great atmosphere.
Szpilka off balance.
You see both guys a bit awkward in finding the range to each other, and you see Szpilka going off balance there. We saw Wilder throw a couple of wild shots and miss badly in the first round. They've still got to get accustomed to the range and the distance of each other.
Right, Szpilka known mainly as a counterpunching fighter, but against a guy like Wilder, he has to try to navigate that militarized zone and get on the inside, don't you think, Paulie?
Bit of hesitation, and of course Wilder the same thing. I mean, he wants to avoid the big shots. Oh, and there's a nice counter right hand by Wilder on the way in. And Szpilka tapped in.
You know, Wilder made the point, he hasn't even sparred with the lefty since he fought Aubrey Harrison 3 years ago. So,
even for this fight?
For this fight he did, but, you know, before that he hadn't sparred even with a lefty for a long time.
There's a couple of different ways you can jab out of southpaw. One, you can use that up jab Deontay likes to use. When Szpilka starts to parry it down, next time you start feinting with it, when he uses the parry, you'll jab over the top of it instead.
Mark Breland is trainer known for his incredible jab. One of the best amateurs in American history, and a native of Brooklyn says that he actually has 4 varieties of the jab, including the one you just mentioned, Paulie, the up jab.
We're talking about jabs. Szpilka has started to use his jab much better here in this round.
Yeah, and he's got to, there's a feint behind the first jab, and, you know, again, you just want to vary, like you're saying, Al. If he doubles it up, feints first, then jabs. He wants to gain that extra step before throwing that left hand.
Nice combination by Szpilka. Double jab, then the left.
He's making Deontay Wilder uncomfortable enough to land some punches.
I don't think anybody's super comfortable yet. It's weird, Al. You know, there's a lot of, I feel, a lot of jostling for position. They're both, like, on edge, I feel.
Wilder has told us 2 things he likes: southpaws and guys who like to pressure him. And Keith Thurman coming up in March. Right now it's round number 3. Deontay Wilder defending his portion of the heavyweight title against Artur Szpilka.
Wilder threw 26, Szpilka threw 23. So they're not, you know, they're not comfortable enough to push up their volume a little bit, although I thought Szpilka probably won the second round.
Szpilka on the attack.
You know, Wilder said he was concerned about Szpilka being dirty in this fight, but in fact Szpilka has never committed a foul, never been penalized for a foul, and so far there's no evidence of that.
So, I'll tell you if there's any advantage, even if Szpilka's missing wildly, when he backs up Deontay not on the front foot, can't get any leverage on his shot.
Just past the midpoint of round 3.
Wilder's stance is more open, that sometimes he fights more squared up against his opponents.
Yeah, and
he's doing that tonight.
And I think he's trying to adjust to the left-hander. Nice block there by Wilder.
I agree.
One of 5 Polish fighters who have failed in their quest to become heavyweight champ, including 4-time title challenger Andrew Gallardo, who probably had the best nickname ever and the most apt, Foul Pole.
When a guy starts to block shots instead of stepping back, he's starting to get used to the positioning. He's starting to maintain his position, and he's going to start to look for counters, and he's getting more comfortable at close range.
Szpilka being kept at bay momentarily by the jab.
Got in a little bit against Wilder.
Oh, counter right hand by Wilder.
And again, maintaining position by Wilder.
Nice left hand from Szpilka. It's the night of heavyweights here in Brooklyn.
Get in front of that guy. I want to hear what he's saying. You saw some of the soccer hooligan come out of Szpilka in that little
the headbutt,
little scuttlebutt there.
Remember, power punches are anything that's not a jab. So it's interesting. He's getting his shot, and some of those are body shots. We shouldn't underestimate. Szpilka's had some success to the body. It's a very close and competitive fight.
See, they're starting to get a little closer to each other, getting accustomed to that distance. And it's going to happen as the rounds progress. And with those open stances, some big shots could land because neither guy is in tight in a stance.
That's a really good point.
He has a minute 53 to become prophetic.
He has thrown the right hand but missed it in most cases, and has certainly not landed one that made a difference. And there's the doubling of the jab by Szpilka, even though it didn't get there, that Paulie talked about.
Yeah, but again, now, like I said, if you get Deontay's momentum to go backwards, he becomes less dangerous as a puncher.
The interview on Showbox with our own Steve Farhood, he has definitely exhibited uber confidence, and it is serving him well thus far.
And you know what he's doing? He's moving his head.
Well, thank Ronnie Shields.
Yeah, some heavyweights just don't do that.
Oh, good right hand by Wilder. A little mouse underneath the right cheek, underneath the right eye of Szpilka, probably from some of those jabs.
Final minute of the 4th round, and again, the jab jab stuck by Wilder, who's beginning to establish it now.
So Szpilka's got to skip this distance. He's either going to be all the way in or all the way out.
Yeah, that's a very good point. There's the body work by Szpilka, which he's tried to do.
And that's something that Wilder, because of his height, a stinging right hand, but Szpilka takes it and stays in the pocket. Now Wilder
cocking the right hand like a rifle. Szpilka does have some counters up his sleeve, like he said, for those right hands.
Oh, Szpilka's headed to the 5th round. Deontay Wilder, though, with a terrific 4th.
The jab sets it up. In fact, the jab even lands. And that is not a wide right hand. And he did not lunge when he threw it. And
the bell and round number 5 for Deontay Wilder's portion of the heavyweight championship. Earlier tonight, Charles Martin in the dressing room, I'm sure, still celebrating. It's the night of heavyweights to kick off the year here on Showtime.
We heard Ronnie Shields say Wilder. We'll see if he can. And in the last round, by the way, one of the reasons Wilder's been successful is he landed 8 of 24 jabs according to show stats, and that was an improvement.
Exciting one at that, exciting times here. See, Wilder's starting to back up a little less. Even when he backs up defensively, the steps are much smaller. He's getting comfortable at range. And it also helps his jab.
Right hooks, but not so many left hands. He hasn't been able to get the distance to throw
nice
that.
left hand.
Yep, that time he got one in.
Double jab from Szpilka. There's a right hand from Wilder that glances off. And his trainer, JD's, his assistant trainer, has been there since day 1. The story of Deontay Wilder, well documented, aspired to play for Alabama Crimson Tide basketball or football as Szpilka bounced that off of Wilder's arm. The last male to medal for the United States, a bronze in 2008, and now the heavyweight champion. Oh, and he got caught there as Szpilka stepped on his foot, I believe.
Yeah, simultaneous right hands as Wilder landed his own straight right as well.
Wilder has been down once in his career, came back to stop Harold Sconyers. He would be the 3rd guy in a row not to be afraid of fighting Deontay Wilder.
Well, this round has certainly been interesting.
Oh,
wow.
Nice right uppercut it by Deontay Wilder. We are through 5 in Brooklyn.
And we talked a little bit about Szpilka having an uppercut, but Wilder landing that one. Now, that didn't land as flush as it might have, but...
Wait for the bell, man. Wait for the bell.
This is round number 6 from the Barclays Center in Brooklyn. Scheduled for 12 for Deontay Wilder's WBC Heavyweight Championship. Mauro Ranallo, Hall of Famer Al Bernstein, and Paulie Malignaggi ringside.
The interesting thing is we have seen about 3 or 4 really good right hands land by Deontay Wilder. And while they have been effective scoring punches, they haven't yet hurt Szpilka or apparently hurt him.
Yeah, he's throwing them right now for aim as opposed to putting weight behind them.
In his last several fights that he can go the distance, he had not gone very long and demonstrated that to everyone's satisfaction.
Clubbing right hand, he's been the distance one time. That was when he won the title against Bermudster Vern a year ago this weekend. Went to the 11th round in his last fight before stopping Johan Duhaupas. Reformed soccer hooligan who started as a goalkeeper in soccer but received 3 red cards for knocking on opposing players, and Wilder looking to knock him out, but Szpilka moves away from the ropes.
Szpilka tried to throw an uppercut from range, and Wilder hit him with the right hand.
Got to be careful at that range.
Yep.
Final minute of the 6th. The crowd has not subsided. They started making noise during the undercard. And the largely contingent of Polish fans firmly behind Artur Szpilka.
Never comes back with the right hook after he throws out left hand.
There's a right hook to the body.
Again and again here. You want it's that extra punch you throw in the combination. And he's starting to do it now, and it's keeping Deontay on that defensive.
Final 30 seconds of the 6th round. Deontay stabs him in the body with a jab.
He's feinting and making Deontay Wilder react, so that's kind of interesting. Close round here.
Yep. The tactics of a 12-round boxing match. A little adjustments you start to see right now.
True.
We are at the midpoint of this championship fight. Al, you heard Mr. Shields demanding combinations. Now Wilder has Szpilka in the corner, feinting with the left, teeing him up for the right.
And as the fight's gone on, he's gotten a bit more comfortable. The defensive moves have gotten shorter, so he can make counters like that. As he stepped back before, he was out of range to counter. He's starting to maintain his distance.
I've given him the last few rounds. Almost every round is arguable. There's been very little difference. Neither fighter effective in long stretches. The difference maybe to the judges, Wilder's shots are cleaner, easier to see. A lot of Szpilka's punches are blocked.
Thanks, Steve. Like that one right there, midpoint of round 7. There's a left hand to the body by Szpilka.
Now that hurt fighters, but right now Szpilka's taking them very well.
Yeah, they're usually anesthetic right hands. 34 of his 35 wins coming inside the distance. The highest knockout ratio of any current heavyweight.
And Mo, you talked about the footwork.
Right.
What I like about Szpilka is he keeps changing the target. You see he took that step left, back to his right, then back left. He's bobbing up and down with his head. That head movement we talked about, implicated by Ronnie Shields. He's making himself a difficult target to hit. But Deontay
in the road.
While he's backing him up momentarily, Wilder winding up with a wild right hand. 30 seconds left in the 7th.
One thing I want to see is the combination of the head movement with punches. Szpilka moves his head, nice body shot.
Right, a hook to the body by Szpilka.
Right as you're moving your head, ready to throw in punches, so it's not predictable.
You know, one heavyweight champion with a great jab, Lennox Lewis. Another one was the Eastern Assassin. There's a left hand by Szpilka. Larry Holmes always said the jab was like snapping the towel, Al.
Got some things done. There was this right hand. Again, the jab started it. That was very early in the round.
Round number 8.
Reminiscent of James DeGale's sister, who we saw reacting in his wild fight with Lucian Bute.
What a... And that...
It's a good thing Tyson Fury can't hear you. He's here in the ring.
There was a method to Fury's madness.
Yes, there was. I agree.
He fought it.
But when Klitschko, he scored a tantamount of a deck of cards worth of punches the whole fight, 52.
You know, in some ways, actually, what Szpilka's trying to do by changing positioning, being a little bit awkward, is a bit of what Fury did to Klitschko. It's just that Szpilka's not 6'10".
Exactly. That's precisely right, Paulie.
If I was right all the time, I'd be much more arrogant.
But you know, it's only saying it. Wow.
Left hand. I think that was one of Paulie's New Year's resolutions, to always be right.
Exactly. Szpilka got the left hand in there a moment ago, Mauro, as you pointed out. And that, he just has to unlimber that punch a little more.
Leads with it there.
Doubled up on the left hand there, but he's got a bit of a nosebleed. And I think that jab of Wilder starting to cause a little bit of physical structural damage.
Using that upper body movement. Looping left hand, blocked.
Oh,
there's a lead right hand by Wilder, and it slips.
You gotta be careful as Wilder.
I know we're in Brooklyn, but that was Wilder getting a Bronx cheer.
Szpilka's got a chin though, fellas.
The bell in round 9. We welcome those of you that have been watching the NFL playoffs. A thrilling overtime win for the Arizona Cardinals over the Green Bay Packers. And we are in the midst of a heavyweight thriller here between Deontay Wilder, the WBC heavyweight champion in the black and gray, defending the title against the man looking to become the first Polish-born heavyweight champion, Artur Szpilka.
Of course, the same thing with Deontay.
Our unofficial score, Steve Farhood has Wilder up by 3 rounds. 78-75 with 1 minute gone here in the 9th. And there's a combination by Wilder, warned by the referee for a rabbit punch. There's a left hand to the side of the head by Szpilka, and there's some sportsmanship.
And that's what I was trying to say before. Deontay makes the same exact mistakes.
It is interesting, and Szpilka has gone to the body more.
No surprise.
Yeah, right. We're not surprised. And so, but it had shots in Wilder landing a huge percentage.
There's a right hand, but off balance, delivered with 1 minute left in the 9th round.
It's a close round.
Yeah, forcing a bit of an uncomfortable tempo and pace.
Oh! Wow.